Main character, he came to see his husband and his future father-in-law, and he's typically wanted to talk to his future father-in-law about child routes. But when he sees his husband, they have a whole moment. Like, he literally throws himself into his husband's arms, and his husband holds him in his arms, and they're all being kissy and stuff, and I'm like, oh, like, I was kicking my feet, I was giggling, I was just super happy for them. And when he does get to talk with his father-in-law, the male lead's father, the man acts all rough and tough with the main character, but later he's pampering the main character in his own ways. Like, dude is kind of acting like a soon. He's like all tough, and secretly he's making sure that the main character is being taken care of. And I'm like, you are so much like your son. You and your son are literally the same person. The male lead and his dad, they're talking about where the dad wants to be buried, and I started bawling because, foreshadowing, my heart just couldn't handle it. I already been spoiled by TikToks, and because I go through the pictures of the books when I get them, so I can get an idea of what's going to happen or theorize of what's going to happen. And I saw the picture in the back, and I started bawling. I was like, oh, does his dad die? Does someone die? Like, this is his dad's death, right? Like, I already been warned by TikTok that he was gonna die, and then got this book and was looking through the pictures and saw that picture, and I'm like, oh yeah, he dies in this book. No. Like, I was fully heartbroken. The main character, while heading back to his base, he discovers tracks. He follows those tracks and discovers the new bandit chief's men trying to bring supplies and weapons to the new bandit chief, and he takes care of them. Well, it is a hard fight because mixed into the bandit chief's men are scorpions. And these scorpions are powerful foes, so it takes a bit to fight against them and win the fight. And once they do, they send the supplies and men back to their base while they go to the location where these supplies came from, figuring that that is where they can catch the new bandit chief, because he will go back to the area where the supplies was bought from to see if the stuff was stolen from him and brought back to the location, and he will talk to the person who was supposed to supply him this stuff. They discover that a little rich kid and one of the scorpions had basically tricked the new bandit chief to go there so they could get rid of him. And if they weren't able to get rid of him, he'd still not kill them because the little rich kid has the bandit chief in his pockets. Typically, the bandit chief needs him alive to get money and resource out of him. And the main character is like, yeah, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not going to let everything go the way you want, kid. Because again, this kid's actions and decisions and his clan's actions and decisions has caused so much strife and issues and problems for their kingdom, for their country, because this kid is trampling over the livelihoods of other people and committing so many crimes, financial crimes, to put money in his own pocket, to fatten up his, family's pockets, and him live a good life, a rich life, benefiting off the suffering of others. And the main character is not letting this. Like, he literally messes with this kid and the new bandit chief, and he just gets to watch and enjoy as they both suffer for their actions and decisions. And this also leads him to go back to the main character's old home, the home that belonged to his father, that was burnt down and then rebuilt by this kid. And the kid thought this would be their area of fortress, and he tried to make another deal with the main character, and the main character's like, yeah, no, this isn't gonna happen. Like I said, you're not gonna get your way. And the new bandit chief's men attack them, and everything is going down in trumbles. But things are still good for the main character because the male lead arrived and saved the main character. And the new bandit chief, he passed away, and the kid was arrested, and everyone involved with the kid was arrested. And at first, the merchants weren't going to give up names. Like, they were stuck and locked in a room for days before they finally gave up and gave the information the main character needed. The kid is also locked up and is not given any food for days. And he still thinks he can make a deal with the main character. Like, he is trying to persuade the main character to commit literal crimes to get him on the main character's side. Like, he's like, oh, I can be on your side, but you have to do these things for me, typically illegal things, bad things that cause suffering to others, so I can still benefit and still have money in my pockets. Obviously, the main character doesn't agree with it. We also find out that he tried to bribe our main villain of the story. Like, he tried bribing the guy, and again, this dude, he doesn't take bribes. He looks down upon people who takes bribes or who gives bribes. Like, this dude does not stand for that. So when the kid had gone to him, he turned the kid away and he looked and instigated the kid. Obviously, the kid is terrified of him. And the main character, he's not working for this kid either. So the kid is locked up, and then the kid tries turning to the male lead. And at first, the male lead's like, oh, you got nice things I can, like, gift the main character, I can use to make gifts for the main character. Except the kid is calling the main character a sweet nickname, and the male lead's not pleased with it. So he has the kid thrown into a pond for the kid's actions. The male lead, he also punishes the main character because, again, the main character put his life at danger, and he's already told the main character to stop doing that because it hurts him when the main character does that. It hurts his heart, it breaks his heart, but the main character, he's not listening to him. So the male lead decided to punish the main character and state that the main character do these things again, he will punish the main character the same way once more. Before the male lead had punished the main character, he was doing the whole, I'm ignoring you, I'm not letting you touch me. And the main character was being a precocious cat. He was being a precocious fox. He was trying to get his husband's attention. He was trying to get his husband's affection. He was putting on a whole act. And the male lead, you know, he like finally snapped, grabbed hold of the main character, and gave the main character his punishment. Then the main character decides to be more precocious and more seducing, and let's just say he ate the main lead's, you know what, like a popsicle. While the male lead is trying to have a conversation with one of his men that he's going to leave at this location to, you know, be in charge of this location, you know, handle and protect this location. And this dude didn't really want to stay there, but he ends up agreeing to stay there. But like the male lead is getting his, you know what, eaten like a popsicle. And then he finally has enough of it and grips the main character up and like he devours the main character. And I'm like, ooh, ooh. The main character being precocious and he gets his punishment again. The male lead, he doesn't just punish the main character, he punishes himself and the main character's men who were with the main character. Now, they did everything to truly protect the main character, but it's really, truly hard to protect the main character when the main character is constantly throwing himself into danger. So they were made to kneel for 2 days. You know how the male lead punished himself? Yeah, you know, he whipped himself. Yeah, he full on took a whip to himself, and the main character regretted. Like, the punishment he got from the male lead was basically nothing compared to what the male lead did to himself. And he's like, you know what, I really need to stop doing this to myself. Like, it's fine with the way the male lead punishes him, which is basically just a tap on the wrist, while the male lead is literally inflicting himself with horrible wounds over allowing the main character to be injured. Like, no, baby, don't do that to yourself, baby. Like, I was hurt, the male lead was hurt, the main character was hurt. Like, can we stop hurting ourselves, please?